Welcome to the 2020 National Awards Program, our first ever virtual awards presentation. Prior to announcing this year's recipients, I would like to thank the Awards Committee for their time in reviewing the nominations and determining the results. From Region 3, Richard and Ida Marie Roberts, Nevada State Director, representing the Executive Board. From Region 1, Vern Thaler, a field staff member from Kansas. From Region 4, Scott and Jill Serbisek, previous plaque recipients. Perhaps because of the uncertainty of how the pandemic would affect our Campvention this year, we did not receive many nominations for national awards. It certainly was not for lack of hard work on the part of our members. My knowledge of the wonderful things you all do for FCRV and your communities reveals an organization of dedicated volunteers. Maybe next year our world will be in a better place and we'll have the time to be more reflective on the accomplishments of our fellow campers. Joining me in our awards presentation is our President, Sherry Weber, our Vice President of Operations, Sue Fromholzer, and GM Selby, State Director for North and South Dakota and Manitoba, Canada. It is my pleasure to recognize a member from North Dakota with an FCRV citation who has definitely contributed beyond the normal call of duty as a member of our field staff. Sherry McGuire was nominated by Jeanne, and I will highlight some of her comments. Sherry has been the camp chairperson of her chapter for 15 years, president of the Roaming Buffaloes chapter for 9 years, a field director for 12 years. Sherry co-chaired the club's float entry for the 2015 Campvention Parade in Gillette, Wyoming. The float won both first place in its division and the National President's Award. Sherry coordinated the chapter's food collection program, resulting in an average of 300 pounds of food delivered to the local food pantry each holiday season for the past 5 years. She has arranged for and coordinated club conservation service projects with local parks and other agencies. In July 2017, Sherry accepted the position of Assistant State Director and continues in that capacity to the present. Sherry has chaired 3 North Dakota State Campventions, as well as the regional Campvention event hosted by North and South Dakota in 2017. Thanks to Sherry's planning, time, and effort, the Roaming Buffalo chapter received the 2018 Best Chapter Conservation Project Award at the 2018 National Campvention for their program detailing the requirements to be designated a USDA certified organic farm, as well as the health benefits of eating organically grown foods. As a member of the 2019 National Campvention Steering Committee, Sherry chaired the 2019 National Parade Committee and the Pet Parade. Sherry has also given generously of her time within her community. She served as PTA president from 1987 to 1990. She has been a member of the local Women's Club Room since 2006 and has served as a board member from 2007 to the present, a total of 13 years. The offices she has held are those of president, vice president, secretary, and treasurer. She is currently financial secretary. Sherry has parlayed her knitting and crocheting talents into volunteer contributions to her community. For the past 8 years, she has knitted and crocheted prayer shawls for distribution through her church to local cancer patients and shut-ins. Sherry has also knitted infant sweaters for layette sets, also donated through her church to World Relief for the past 7 years. The fine baby yarn for the infant sweaters has been donated. Just within the past year, Sherry has also started knitting caps for 3 to 5-year-olds enrolled in the local Head Start program. In summary, Sherry has been a wonderful ambassador for her club, state, regional, and national FCRV, always projecting a positive image of FCRV. She is a very capable leader, recognizing needs and stepping forward to fill those needs no matter how challenging, but also graciously supporting others in leadership positions. She is courteous, tech savvy, has excellent communication skills, and is a creative problem solver. Also noteworthy are 2 awards Sherry has received through the United Methodist Church and United Methodist Women in recognition of her outstanding and long-term volunteer contributions. The Person in Mission Award in 2002. This award is based on the recipient's involvement in the church and the community. She was also honored with the Jewel of a Woman Award in 2004. This award is given to an individual in recognition of her contributions to the church and United Methodist Women. Sherry, you are indeed the type of volunteer that organizations such as FCRV need in order to survive. Your contributions for the past 16 years are much appreciated, and we are honored to present you with this citation.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I wish I had more field staff like this one. Just from what I've heard, she's the top gal out there. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Well, I was
Yes,
certainly
thank you.
very impressed myself when I received this. And so thank you again from all of us, Sherry.
Well, congratulations, Sherry. I'm so happy for you. I know you worked really, really hard and done so many neat things for North and South Dakota FCRV. And I am delighted that you have been honored.
Thank you.
Tonight, we will be giving our Award of Merit presentations. The FCRV Award of Merit may be given annually as determined by the Board of Trustees. The purpose of the award is to recognize, reward, and thank executive board members for their effort and dedication to FCRV. Nominations can only be made by the regional directors, the vice presidents, the president, and the immediate past president. Candidates are nominated on their accomplishments during the past January to January 12-month period. Both executive board members receiving an award of merit this year were nominated by Jack Smythe. I will be reading Jack's motive to send this nomination, and our president, Sherry Weber, will personally present the award to our first recipient, Barbara Turner, FCRV Travel-On Coordinator. Welcome, Barb, Jack, and Sherry. Barb always does great research into the areas that will be visited on the pre or post Campvention travel-alongs, and with her husband Jim, makes them quite enjoyable for those who attend. This year, because of COVID-19, the normal travel-along activities have been canceled for both the retiree rally in Alabama, as well as our annual Campvention in Ontario. However, most of Barb's work had already been done. While not necessarily included in her job description as travel-on coordinator, Barb volunteers to do advertising for both the National Retiree Rally and Campvention. In this capacity, Barb provides interesting insights into the communities nearby, as well as the venues that attendees at a rally or Campvention may enjoy. This involves extensive research and time spent writing articles for Camping Today. In short, Barb does a very thorough job in the travel-on position, and she always has. Perhaps more important than the appointed position of travel-on coordinator are the updates Barb has provided for well over 10 years. This selfless dedication of conveying important news about members and FCRV programs has been a critical and timely communication component of FCRV. In many respects, her sometimes daily updates keep a great number of the active membership informed about the well-being of fellow members, allowing us to act or react in a timely manner. Congratulations, Barb. Is there anything you wish to say, Sherry?
Nothing other than congratulations to Barb.
And thank you.
And you are welcome and so deserving. And it's been my pleasure to be a part of this. Again, okay, Jack, would you like to say anything to Barb?
Yes, I'd just like to congratulate Barb on being awarded the Award of Merit. I don't know how many people know how these awards are done, but they're done by the trustees and only the trustees, and therefore basically hardworking people on the executive board. And to get an award, it takes more than just doing a good job in your job. That's kind of what we expect all our people to do, but it's going above and beyond the duty of your normal requirements, or doing some other things that may be extraneous to your job, but are still part of the fabric of FCRV. And that's what Barb has done. You've already heard the nomination and that, but to me, Barb is very much the glue of our organization and keeping a lot of people tied in together with their information she provides. And that's a labor of love. That's a cut and paste she has to do every time she does it. And then the other thing is with Jim doing the travel longs and writing up articles for the Camping Today as well. So it's a tremendous effort. And I think I felt it needed to be rewarded, and that's why I chose Barb for this award. So.
The trustees have also approved an award of merit to our FCRV Scholarship Director, Carl Wood. Once again, Sherry Weber and Jack Smy will be joining me in presenting this award to Carl. Carl is very thorough and diligent in organizing the paperwork and application forms for potential FCRV scholarship applicants. His approach to both the hired professionals and the applicants has always been very professional. Over the last 2 years, he has successfully recruited new members to fill vacant scholarship board positions and did the necessary paperwork to officially change the name of the scholarship fund to include the name of our founder, Hank Nathan, a very tedious process. Carl has been inclusive in soliciting the thoughts of the current board members in any decisions that could affect the scholarship award system or the functioning of the board. This year, because of COVID-19, Carl expressed concern on whether potential student applicants would have time to get the necessary paperwork in for review by the professional scholarship panel. Carl solicited the opinions of the FCRV board members, and because there was concern on whether an extension to the submission due date for applications should be extended, he single-handedly did the research to determine that students could still get the necessary application forms into the professional board by the normal deadline date. This took a good deal of extra work and effort on Carl's part. His work allowed the FCRV Scholarship Board to concur unanimously that an extension of the due date for applicants was not necessary. Carl also supports activities in the Ontario Provincial Association. However, because of his wife's health, Linda and Carl cannot always make a lot of the normal camping activities of the organization. Yet, in spite of this issue, he performs his task as scholarship director extremely professionally. It is a pleasure to have Carl reporting to me as past president.
You want me to say something?
Yes, please.
I think I said it all in that note, but it really is a pleasure. Again, speaking as a trustee, we all have quote reporting to us. And it's a pleasure to work with somebody like Carl, where you just say, Carl, we need this done. And it gets done. He doesn't need instructions that say, well, how should I approach this? Or who do I go to see and that. You just kind of relax and it'll get done. And Carl's been like that all the time that he's been the scholarship director, but in particular this year with the COVID, that was just an extra headache that none of us needed, but he took it on and made sure that the scholarship winners were getting a fair chance of getting their resumes in and so on, and that they wouldn't be excluded. So for that, it's more than due. And Carl, it's my pleasure to award you with the trustees, the Award of Merit. Well done.
Thank you. Sherry, did you have anything to say?
Just congratulations, Carl. Job well done. You are amazing. Jack said it all.
Great. And how about you, Carl? Would you like?
I do. Thank you, Sue. Thank you, Sherry, and a special thank you, Jack. When I first heard about being nominated for the award, my answer or response was, I don't know why I would be nominated, because I'm not doing anything that isn't expected as part of the job. We have so many volunteer people in FCRV who work tirelessly, and I recognize that not everyone can get an award, even though they may deserve the award. I do thank Jack very much for the nomination, and I thank the trustees for awarding me this Award of Merit, and I'm very proud to accept it, and I will continue to do the job that I have in the best way I can.
In addition to recognizing FCRV members for their contributions to the organization, the awards program also takes a high value on individual acts of kindness and compassion displayed in our daily lives. This year, we are pleased to present the FCRV Humanitarian Award to Sue and Carl Fromholzer. With me to present this award is our president, Sherry Weber, who actually submitted this nomination. Before I read what prompted Sherry to do this, I would like to share a comment from the awards committee when they returned their decision. Since I do not request an explanation from the committee, just a score, I was very moved by their remarks. Sue and Carl Fromholzer have assisted so many FCRV members over the years that it is unbelievable there haven't been many letters of thanks or letters of recognition presented to them. Sue and Carl have assisted many members as well as new FCRV officials by answering questions over the phone and guiding them to the correct decisions that promoted the FCRV motto, strangers become friends and friends become family. Sue and Carl just proved that with this humanitarian award nomination. Sue and Carl have given a great deal of their time and opened their home to Craig and Sherry Weber on several occasions while they were dealing with their daughter Heather's numerous recent medical problems. In September, the Weber's daughter was admitted to the hospital for urgent medical treatment. Heather was diagnosed with end-stage renal failure. Craig and Sherry made a quick trip to Buffalo, and the Fromholzers opened their house to give them a place to stay and made sure they were fed. The next trip to Buffalo was in October, and just Craig went this time. Again, there was a place to stay and meals provided. In early November, Heather was in the hospital with a severe reaction to treatment. Sue and Carl provided her with comfort and Craig and Sherry with information as they were unable to get to Buffalo. Heather lives about 20 minutes from the Fromholzers. Sue and Carl are about 10 minutes from the hospital where Heather was being treated. Just before Christmas, with Heather in the hospital again, Craig and Sherry made the trip to Buffalo to be with their daughter. Sue and Carl opened their home, giving Craig and Sherry a place to stay and even fed them many meals. Sue made sure she went with Heather to the transplant education meeting to help Heather understand the information and expectations. Sue and Carl remained available to assist Heather when needed, such as trips to dialysis, doctor's visits, reminders, and other help. The beginning of January, Craig and Sherry showed up at Sue and Carl's house with their other daughter and one grandson for yet another visit. Again, Sue and Carl opened their home to the Webbers and their family. Sue and Carl Fromholzer have been a very important lifeline for the Webbers. They have opened their house and they have fed us. They have kept careful check on our daughter's needs. They have gotten up at 6 a.m. to drive Heather to dialysis. They have taken Heather homemade chicken noodle soup, which by the way is great and loved by Heather. They attended the transplant education meeting with Heather. All of this they have done with nothing expected in return. They have done this because they are FCRV family. This whole process has been made easier with friends taking care of little things that are huge in situations like this. Most recently, on March the 3rd, Heather was struck by a car while walking across the street. Craig and Sherry got the call about 8:30 p.m. Not having anyone else in the area, they called Sue and Carl, who dropped everything and went to the hospital. They were able to ease the Webbers' fears and even gave Heather their phone to talk to them. No serious injuries, but lots of bruising and lots of aches. What a great relief to have the Fromholzers who were able to give comfort to Heather and Craig and Sherry. And I am grateful to say that with us today, as well as our recipients and our nominators, is Heather herself. You may now present the award, Sherry.
Sue and Carl, we are just so grateful for you guys.
And I think this is exactly what our humanitarian award is all about. And I thank you too.